Rev your engines, F1 fans, because Valtteri Bottas just dropped a bombshell that's shaking up the world of Formula One. The burning question on everyone's lips is whether they will continue beyond 2026. Hold on tight because there's more fuel to the fire. Audi's new CEO spilled the beans on their plans too. They're not just revving engines, they're building a power unit destined for Sauber's cars, a team now in cahoots with Audi. But wait, there's more. Audi is now brainstorming who'll take the wheel. So let's dive into today's video to explore the twists and turns of this F1 bombshell. In 2024 and 2025, upcoming Audi cars will be part of the Stake F1 team. The drivers for these cars will be Guanyu Zhou and Valtteri Bottas. Guanyu Zhou started his Formula One journey in 2022 and became the first ever Chinese F1 driver. In his debut year, he impressed Alfa Romeo and his team and earned a contract extension. In 2024, he will continue racing alongside Valtteri Bottas, and their team will now be called Stake F1. On the other hand, Valtteri Bottas used to be in Lewis Hamilton's shadow at Mercedes, but has recently taken on a leading role at Alfa Romeo. The team will adopt the name Stake F1 in 2024. Although Bottas initially showed promise with Williams, he couldn't fulfill expectations with Mercedes. Since leaving Mercedes at the end of 2021, the 34-year-old Finn has been consistent but hasn't achieved anything remarkable in the midfield. However, as per the current situation, it was commonly assumed that Bottas had a contract until the end of 2025. However, in a conversation with motorsport.com, Bottas disclosed that his contract is actually until the end of the upcoming season. He plans to meet with the team management in the first quarter of 2024 to discuss the possibility of extending his contract. Bottas wants to join Audi. This year, Alfa Romeo terminated its contract with Sauber, leading to a temporary name change for the team. The new name, Stake F1 Team Kick Sauber, appeared on the FIA entry list, but the official team name announcement was delayed until January 1st, as confirmed by the team. Valtteri Bottas, the former Mercedes driver, joined Sauber in 2021. As his current contract with the team concludes at the end of next year, he plans to initiate contract discussions with his team boss in the first quarter of 2024. In an interview with the UK's Express Sport, Bottas stated, "So I'm signed until the end of next year, and there haven't been talks yet. We have agreed to talk next year, I would say in the first quarter of next year, to finalize things and make sure we're all on the same page." With over half of the drivers facing contract expirations by the close of 2024, Formula One is poised for significant changes. Valtteri Bottas, amidst this potential upheaval, has expressed his clear aspiration to join the Audi F1 team. Acknowledging the dynamic landscape of F1, Bottas commented, "It's an interesting time in F1. I think there are many drivers without contracts beyond 2024, so it's going to be quite interesting to follow how things will fall into place. For me, the goal is clear. I would want to be a part of the Audi project, so that's my goal, and we'll find out what happens next year." But wait, there's more to the story. Bottas believes that if he signs a new contract for 2025, it might also include a commitment for the following season. That means he could be with Audi for the first time in the following year. The Finnish driver, who was once the vice world champion in Formula One, sees joining Audi as his top choice. "From my understanding, they're going to make decisions for the years ahead early this year, so not yet. I'm going to have those discussions in the first quarter of this year," he explains. Even if Bottas doesn't secure a new deal with Audi, it doesn't mean he'll leave F1. "Being part of Audi would be my #1 priority and preference, but if for some reason not, then absolutely, I would talk to other teams. I want to stick around because I feel like I still have some unfinished things in this sport." So, Valtteri Bottas's departure from Mercedes at its peak can be seen as either a success or a setback. Could Audi 2026 be too late for Bottas? On one side, the team is having a tough time keeping up with Red Bull, and their cars are facing a bunch of issues. But switching teams doesn't guarantee a better situation. Sauber hasn't been able to consistently earn points in the last 2 years, and Bottas dropped from 10th to 15th place in the Drivers' Championship from 2022 to 2023. Most of their problems in 2023 stem from the design of their car and the lack of updates that could make it faster. This resulted in disappointing performances on race days, leaving the team puzzled about how to set up the car. Bottas, on the other hand, seems to be enjoying a more relaxed atmosphere, something he couldn't do under the strict image of Mercedes. He has expressed his wish to stick with Sauber until 2026, when Audi takes over as the team's main entity, but is waiting until 2026 too late for Bottas? Well, Audi has a lot of work to do. Audi is getting ready to join Formula One in 2026, and there's a lot of work to be done. They're planning a gradual takeover of the Sauber team to be competitive right from the start. They aim to compete for wins within 3 years, much like how Mercedes took over Brawn in 2009 and turned it into a championship-winning team. Bottas, having insider knowledge of the Mercedes setup, is seen as the perfect fit. He'll be an essential part of the team as Sauber builds up its capabilities over the next 3 years in preparation for the full takeover. Sauber has faced many challenges in recent years, and they haven't finished in the top half of the Constructors' Championship since 2012. Before the Audi era began, the team made some changes, like parting ways with Alfa Romeo and teaming up with the gambling company Stake, co-owned by the famous hip-hop star Drake. While the big names bring attention, Sauber needs to show good results on the track, or Bottas might find himself in talks for a new team in the 2025 season. Many teams will be making decisions before the major rule changes in 2026, and Bottas could be a strong contender for a seat at Audi. Too little, too late? The big question is whether Audi will think Valtteri Bottas is valuable for more than just the initial phase of building up their F1 team, especially considering his performance alongside Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes. During their time together, Hamilton won 50 Grands Prix and 4 Drivers' Championships, while Bottas secured 10 victories. For Audi to achieve their goal of winning races within 3 years, they'll need drivers who know how to win and are still hungry for championships. Bottas will be 36 by the time Audi takes over Sauber. The last time someone won the World Championship at that age was in 1996, when Damon Hill did it at 36 years and 26 days old. Bottas is undoubtedly capable of racing in F1 at that age, but he must prove he can get the best out of an average car in the next few years. If he can't show that, waiting for a drive at Audi might not be the best move. So, it's a bit of a waiting game for Bottas to demonstrate his skills and stay relevant in the highly competitive world of Formula One. Will Audi go for Sainz? Audi is considering various drivers for their team. Alongside Bottas, current driver Guanyu Zhou and reserve driver Theo Pourchaire are also being discussed. Additionally, Nico Hülkenberg from Haas and Carlos Sainz, who's negotiating with Ferrari for a contract extension, are in the conversation. There seems to be a disagreement between Ferrari and Sainz about the contract duration, as Ferrari reportedly wants to commit him for 2025 only, while Sainz wishes to stay longer. This situation might create opportunities for Audi to explore potential options for their lineup. So, what do you think of the major bombshells in F1 teams? Comment below and subscribe for more.